Hi everyone, welcome to class once again. It is amazing to have you all in class. For reasons that I do not know, Facebook is not allowing me to share my screen. So Facebook isn't allowing me to share my screen with you, and that's why I just have to go without sharing my screen. Okay, so let's go there. I'll show my face instead of my screen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, welcome Daja Abutubeki, Henrietta Ifeoma. Welcome to class, everyone. Please let me know that you can hear me, everyone, as you're joining. Kindly help confirm. So before we get started, we've already spent some time before now. Before we get started, I want someone, 2-3 people, to be my class captain. So what you do as a class captain is to help me type in the chat box as I speak. So I do not need to come and ask you, oh, what is happening? Can you still hear me? Am I still live? So if you'd like to be my class captain, just type captain, captain, captain in the chat box. Captain, captain, captain. So your role as a class captain in this class is to type in the chat box. I want class captains. I know you can hear me, Daja. I want class captains that are going to be typing in the chat box in order to ensure that everything is sailing smoothly. I can see, I can hear you. I want captains. I know you can hear me. Okay, Henrietta, my captain 1. I want more captains. Fatih, you captain 2. And if you're my captain 3. Captain Tina, ha. Captains, please. The major role that I want you to perform is to type in the chat box. So I do not need to start asking, can you still hear me? So just type anything. If I say raising kids that are confident and outspoken, type the same thing. If I say anything, no matter what I say in class, type in the chat box. Thank you everyone for joining me. It is amazing to have you all here. Before we get started, let me inform you that this is not Veronica's daughter. As you can see, I am not Veronica's daughter. And I am not Alhaja Mewolaka. Both of them, both influencers, both public figures, decided to partner with me, Abdul Baki Hassan, because they are passionate about parenting, they're passionate about marriages, they're passionate about uplifting and improving the lives of children. That was why both of them, Veronica's daughter and Alhaja Mewolaka, both of them partner with me, because I know that a lot of you came from them. So if you're from Veronica's daughter, I want you to type Veronica's daughter. And if you're from Alhaja Mewolaka, I want you to type Mewolaka in the chat box. And if you do not know any of them, you just know Abdul Baki Hassan, just type I am a flyer, type flyers. Type flyers. Veronica's daughter, Veronica's daughter, Veronica's daughter, Veronica's daughter. Wow. Mewolaka, Alhaja Mewolaka, Mewolaka. Veronica's daughter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Flyer, Nana Mariam, you know Abdubaki, aha. Welcome to class, everyone. That's awesome. I really wished to share my slides with you, but I don't know. Facebook isn't allowing me to do that. And I don't want to take your time. Okay, welcome to class, everyone. So I am not Veronica's daughter. I am not Alhaja Mewolaka. This is Abdul Baki Hassan, the teacher for this class. And the title of the class is Raising Kids That Are Outspoken and Confident. Before we get started, who am I? For those of you who are just seeing me for the first time, my name is Abdul Baki Hassan. I am a certified linguist, a communication coach, an award-winning editor. I have 8 years experience teaching phonetics, pronunciation, public speaking. No audio on Telegram. Let me check Telegram. Okay. I have 8 years experience teaching phonetics, pronunciation, grammar, and public speaking. I am the lead tutor at Flying Colors Communications Academy, an academy that teaches adults and children effective communication skills, English proficiency, confidence mastery, and lots more. I have competently served over 40,000 learners with my educative content, resourceful courses, and practical tips. So tonight is not about me. On Instagram, we're Flying Colors Tutor. WhatsApp, I'll share my WhatsApp contact in the caption of this live video later. And on Facebook, this is us on Facebook, okay? Welcome to my class once again. So tonight, I want to teach you 5 things. It is not a class that tells you you're going to learn everything in one day. We have only 1 hour. We have a lot to learn, but we're going to take the essentials so that you get what you actually want, okay? So first of all, I want to discuss the topic. Why is it important? Why is it essential that your kids are confident? That's the first one. The second is, why do children have low confidence? Why? Why? Let's ask the question. And third, I want to tell you why the methods you are currently using may not be working for you and the reasons they're not working. For the main meat of the matter, how to practically build confidence in your kids. Okay? And fifth, how can you get started immediately? If you're lagging behind, you don't even know where to start, you want to get started immediately. How can you do that? So let's get started. Before we get started, let me tell you my low confidence story. Before now, I was reserved. I do not, I was just like, oh no, just me. I don't like leading. I don't like being at the forefront. While I was at the university, right from the beginning, I could write. I write a lot. In fact, I published my first book when I was in SS1, 14 years old. Back then, I could write right from the beginning. So while I was at the university, I was part of a lot of groups concerning writing, and they felt automatically, when you could do something, when you're capable of doing certain things, people think you can do a lot of other things. So because I could speak, I could write well, they felt, oh, automatically this person should also be able to speak well. So my university got an invite. They're looking for representatives, students who are going to, some people are complaining about the volume in the Telegram class. Okay, let's move on. Can we hear me? Hello, Telegrammers. What is it like now? Can you hear me now? Okay, let's continue. Oh. Awesome. Thank you. They already confirmed. Okay, let's move on. While I was in school, I could write. And automatically when you could do certain things, when you know English, people would feel, oh, this person should also know mathematics. When you know commerce, they think, oh, this person should be good at accounting. But it's not usually that way. So I could write, but when it comes to speaking in public, I could not. So when the invite came, they all said inside the team, Abdul Baki would represent us. And back then, I wasn't really good at public speaking. But I felt if I did, because everyone was now saying Abdul Baki, if I denied the invite, they would feel, oh, you're trying to do shakara. You're now trying to prove that you're big. I just represent the university, and you're doing this. So I took the invite, let me take it. Let me also practice with this. When we got there, and I was called, it was a paper presentation. It was a presentation that we do. You project your screen, you write paper, you submit, and so on. So when I got there and I was called to present, hey, this was where the issue was. I was shaking. In fact, immediately after the whole public speaking event, I had to treat myself. I felt sick. It was so uneasy for me to go ahead. Why are people still complaining in the Telegram channel? On Telegram, can you still hear me on Telegram? Telegrammers, are we still together? All right, please, class captains on Telegram, kindly help me type in the chat box. All right, thank you. Okay. Can't hear me. Can you all hear me on Facebook? What is happening tonight? Can you all hear me on Facebook? Excuse me. Yes, you can. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so let's continue. When I got there, I was shaking right in front of the judges. In fact, immediately after the session, after the presentations, and the judges started to give their feedback, one of the judges told me, so what is the meaning of what you came to do now? What is the meaning of all this? So it was so uneasy for me. It was so embarrassing. I felt sick immediately. And that was when I started to think to myself, oh my gosh, how do I improve? How do I work on this? And I started the journey. In fact, when I started Flying Colors Communications Academy, I was only teaching effective. I was only teaching English proficiency. I was only teaching English proficiency. I wasn't teaching the core communication skills. I wasn't making video content because what will people will now click on it. People will now be watching me. How is it going to look like? So I really withdrew myself. But when I started to launch myself, when I began my confidence mastery journey, and I decided to do everything that I needed to do in order to be ahead legally, I got amazing, excellent results. More people decided to work with me. More people were on board. So I do not want the lack of confidence to be the reasons your kids would be behind in future. And that's one of the reasons we are doing this class. We are having this session. Confidence is not based on one thing. That's another thing I want you all to realize. We know that confidence is being able. Yes, I'm already there today. Thank you, Mujidat. Confidence is not based on one certain thing. It is a combination of a lot of things brought together. So it is not just one thing. It's not just boldness or being able to do certain things, because it is possible for you to be bold in one aspect and still not be bold in another aspect. So confidence is based on a lot of things, and that is what I want you all to know even before we get started. Okay, now let's get started with why is it essential that children have high confidence? Why is it important? Why is it essential? Why is it germane? First of all, the growth phase. The young shy mostly become the old shy. There are a lot of things that you are right now as an adult. They started right from your childhood, because we are the product of who we are, where we grew up, all those things that surround us. Those are the things that we become. So it's the growth phase. If your child is shy now, do not say, oh, the child, outgrow when they started growing. No, most times that's how the child would be till the end of their lives. So you do not say, it is essential for you to start grooming them for high confidence now, because the young shy mostly become the old shy. Secondly, why is it essential is the fact that life is ruled by many padlocks that only high confidence can break into. Again, life is ruled by many padlocks that only high confidence can break into. There are lots of things that are going on in our lives, in marriages, in career, in personal development. If you do not have the required level of confidence, there are lots of things that you would not be able to command, you would not be able to do, because you just feel, what if I now tell this person this? So that is why a lot of people settle for less, because they do not have the confidence. And I tell people a lot, if you want to change yourself, you talk to yourself. But if you want to change the world, you talk to people. Because if you read the lives of amazing people who are doing well, of public figures, Nelson Mandela, Benjamin Franklin, Barack Obama, you see that these people are people that are built inside confidence. They're confident enough to know what they want, and they're confident enough to know that they're going to win. Third, people who have high confidence go for the high premium options, while their opposites settle for less. If you find two business owners and one is commanding the money, the other is not, the major difference is usually with what? With confidence. One is feeling, what if I charge this amount? Are people going to buy? What do people on Instagram say? Will Facebook people drag me that I am commanding this? The person who has confidence is already trying the same thing. Let me try. Let me try with my confidence. Let me try with my full chest. When I do it and I fail, I'm going to re-strategize. Confident people are not afraid of failing. And that is the reason they go for the high premium options. They just go. They bid for the higher offer. They tell you this is what I want, and they stand by that thing that they want. They do not go for less. So how much will you now bring? They do not say, should I ask this customer to buy from me? Should I remind this customer? If I remind this customer now, if you now say I'm looking like a hungry person, let me just package myself. Let me not send the reminder. But a confident person would be like, oh my gosh, if as a seller, as a confident seller, you feel that you're doing your buyers favors. You feel that if you're not selling, you're shortchanging your buyers, you're spoiling their lives. For example, that is how I feel about Flying Colors Communications Academy. Someone once called me, Tutu Abdul Baki, something happened. What happened? Then she told me the story of a man. The man went to a big TV station. TV stations that you have to pay millions of naira before they grant you an audience to speak for 5 minutes. This man went there and wasn't able to say anything coherent. He wasn't able to say anything throughout his presentation. The host asked him questions. What about this? Talk about this class. Talk about your offer. Talk about your business. That is what you say. It is that same thing that you say. Just to repeat it, nothing. So, but when the person reported that to me, I felt so hurt. What if this person already met Abdul Baki Hassan? Someone called me again last week and told me, Tutu Abdul Baki, I've been asking about your public speaking class, the online adult school. You didn't answer me. Something happened today to me. I lost an offer that I ought to get at Shell Petroleum. I wasn't given because they told me I passed everything except for my communication skills, my confidence. So for me, I usually feel as though I am not talking about the things that I do enough. I usually feel as though, if I'm not talking to this person about my courses, this person's life, hey, how would this person? So that boosts my confidence. When are you going to pay? I tell you, this is my offer. How are you going to pay? This is my link. If you're not good, that's all. But for people who do not have the required confidence, they fear a lot. A lot of things come to their mind. To make videos, to write in order to talk about their services and products is a problem. And we now start, and then they pacify themselves. They console themselves with, it will sell itself. Good product will sell itself. How many people are advertising Gary? How many people are advertising salt? Still, it's that is how God will help me to sell mine. But when you ask them deep questions, when you ask them one-to-one, they tell you, hey, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go about it. I do not want your children to be this way. I do not want them to just go for anything because they do not give themselves premium options, because they can't go for the higher things. So these are the essentials. These are the reasons you want your kids to be confident. It should be one of your goals as an intentional parent. This child, I don't want you to be shy, because some parents even give the children identities that, oh, don't mind him, he's a shy boy. You're naming that boy a shy person. That's why you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, and you see people even naming themselves the shy boy, the shy talkative, the shy. You've turned it to a tag. So when they see things that would help them improve, they just remember, oh, some people say the household that I come from, in my own family, we don't used to talk in public. Onichi family wa soro, so when the child remembers, oh, in my family, it would be difficult for the child to develop the required growth mindset that would make the child improve, that would make the child want to push. So do not be the kind of parent that says, oh, in my family, oh, don't mind him, he's just like his daddy. No, you have to work on it. You have to work on this child. I don't want you to be like this person. The fact that the person is your dad does not mean you have to be shy. Because these are things that you need to work on. These are things that you need to improve them on, because it's going to help them today. A child that is confident can never be bullied. A child that is confident can never be abused, because the child knows, me, no, this cannot happen. No, you can't cheat me. No, you can't do that. So it's a lot of things brought together. Your child gets a lot of things when you make sure that they are confident. Now, let's discuss the popular methods that do not work. These are methods that a lot of people use. In fact, if I tell you that they do not work, most of you may drag me in the comments. Why would you say it does not work? That is what I do. That is what I do. Since before they born you, before they gave birth to you. So calm down. Let me take the explanation one by one. Okay? My network is okay. Thank you, Fadogba, miracle. Okay? Let's take it one by one. The popular methods, these methods are popular. A lot of people use them. A lot of people but most times they do not work. First of all, number one, leaving everything to the school. That is what I sent him to the school for, to be able to speak, to be able to talk very well, to be bold, to be confident. The school is already doing their job, Jerry. Oh, I don't think, no. The school already has a lot of responsibilities. The school will teach your child mathematics, English, chemistry. In fact, go to most schools, they struggle to finish the syllabus. Not to now talk of, hey, this child, come and be bold, come and be confident, come and be outspoken. No, because the school already has a lot to do, a lot to process. Aside from that, if you all remember while we were in school, secondary school, primary school, only brilliant students get to represent the whole class. True or false? If you want to represent your class, only the brilliant students. If you want to represent the school, only the brilliant students. Because it's more about winning, not about improving on individualized basis. Prove me wrong. While you were in school, whenever they want to choose anyone to represent you, in class, in school, they choose the brilliant students, the top 5 in the school, the top 5 in the class. If your child is not one of the top 5s, that is 0. That is goodbye. That is say go be. That means your child is going to be relegated, and the child will not have the opportunity to practice that skill that will enable them improve their communication skills till graduation. They do not even give average students the opportunity, because it's more about winning. It's not about improving your own child. It's about the school getting their award. It's about the class getting their award. The class does not want to SS1 versus SS2. SS1 want to show SS2 that they are the senior, that the fact that they're in SS2 does not mean they can win them. SS2 wants to show SS1 that we are the real senior. What would happen? Quizzes, debate, pick and talk. Remember, just flashback, we all went to school. Most of the time, they push the brilliant students forward. What about the average? What about the 70 over 100? What about the 50? What about the 20? Because I tell schools when I go to schools to train them. When I go to school to train teachers, when I go to schools when I train school owners as well, I tell them that the school is not there because of the brilliant children. Because if you spend 8 weeks out of the 13 weeks that you spend in a term already, and the brilliant student resumes, that brilliant student will still pass at least 60 over 100. That is it. That brilliant student will still pass 60 over 100. But the average, the dullard, despite the fact that they're inside the class, they still get 50, 60, 40, 30. Those are the people that the school needs to work on. Those are the major responsibilities of the school. But reverse is the case, because teachers are usually drawn to the brilliant students, the students that that child actually shows that I am doing my work. So they are drawn, they call the brilliant student become the head prefect boy, while the mediocre, the average, the poor, the termed dullard go to the background. So you cannot leave everything to the school. You have to be involved as the parents. The school already has a lot to do, as well as the fact that the school is more about growing. The school is more about branding. The school is more about publicity, the things that people see outside, not inside. More of outside, so as getting more clients, getting more parents. And what do they do in order when they get any invite, Mathpedia, debating competitions, they want to push their best foot forward, and that is understandable. So what does this teach you as a parent? It teaches you that you need to be so involved in your own child. Do not leave everything to the school. Mas, teacher, go and meet your teacher, ask your teacher. Try to help the child, try to be involved. That's why are we now paying school fees? No, the school cannot do it alone. Secondly, the second popular method that does not work is bland comparison. A lot of parents like to say, can't you see a child like you? Don't you see the child of Adewale? Those ones that are taking first position, do they have 2 heads? I went to a program today. If you see the way that child was talking, not like Junior. Afonje, just food, eat, onje ni quantity there. Oh my gosh, Chimo. My Igbo people will say Chimo. When God was sharing children, why can't He share that one for me instead of this one? That does not work. That's not going to work for your child. That's going to confuse the child further. That's going to make the child feel, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? Because a child does not know what to do. A child does not know the next step. A child does not know how to improve. So do not compare unnecessary. That is bland comparison. What you should be doing instead is asking yourself, what is working for this child that is doing so well? Why is this child that is doing so well so amazing? Is it the school? Is it what they do at home? You research for your child and you now tell your child, this is what Johnson does. I want you to also practice. Let's do this together and let's see if it is going to work for you as well. Not, can't you see, without no strategy. Can't you see, without no plan in place. You have to be involved intentionally. That's the second thing that most parents, you need to forget it as a parent. You need to say goodbye to it. Okay? Yes, that competition already killed a lot of kids emotionally. And aside from that, you have to find your kid's strength. A lot of people tend to start thinking that strength is only found in only one thing or two things or three things, academics. No, the child may be very, very good at another aspect. You need to nurture the child, find that thing that the child is really, really good at doing. Third, inadequate feedback. Inadequate feedback or mindless reaction. The child already does something. The child is trying to achieve something. As a parent, try to give full feedback. Oh, you did well, but next time, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. Okay, you need to go ahead with this. You need to... That is it. But for some parents, they just give oh, you did okay, thank you. They just that way the child is going to feel, oh my gosh, I really tried. I really tried to do this thing. I pushed my strength into this thing. I expected more from my parent, but this is inadequate feedback. And the same goes for teachers. A parent came to me recently and told me, Teacher Abdul Baki, my child is not serious. My child is not doing well in school with regards to English. Let me show you the test. Okay, she complained about the child's test. I told her, send me the answer script of the child. The child failed. Okay, let me see what the child actually wrote in the English test. And when I checked, I saw a child that is striving. I saw a child that is trying. I saw a child that is pushing. But on the script, on the child's script, the teacher wrote senseless content, also shabby content. That was what the teacher wrote. And the teacher gave that kid 3/20. So I told the woman, you and the teacher, you're not helping this child. From this test that the child submitted, the child has really done well. The child is really trying. You only need to tell the child, oh, this is not where you need to put the paragraph. This is how you do the paragraphing. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph. But when you tell the child shabby content, when you tell the child shabby content, when you tell the child, why are you doing this? When you tell the child senseless, things like that would not want the child to push forward, because the child will start thinking, oh my gosh, despite the fact that I pushed my everything into this task, this teacher is still saying the same thing. My mother still thinks that I am not serious. So what do you now need to do in order to make sure your children have high level of confidence? Before we do that, we should discuss the reasons children have low confidence. First of all, number one, inexperience and novelty. Even as adults, we usually feel anxious when we are faced with new challenges that take us out of our comfort zones. There are lots of things I would ask you to do now. For example, if you've never been on a video live before, and all of a sudden I say, Mutia Toladapo, come live with me. Kafaya Tsoluwashe, come live with me. Igwe Uzoma, what would happen? You're going to feel anxious. Why? Because you're not used to that. Because you've not done that before. Oh, someone is trying to call me. Let me try block the person. When you're calling someone and the person isn't picking the call, you stop. Inexperience, novelty. The child is not used to what you're asking the child to do. You're saying, whenever we go out, my child doesn't speak. Is the child used to speaking with strangers? Oh, when it was time for their presentation, all those children, they were just talking. When it was my child was checking. Is your child used to it? Those are the questions. It's just normal. The thing that you're not used to, the thing that you're not doing before, and all of a sudden someone asks you to do that thing. Naturally, you're going to feel, oh my, how am I going to, is it going to, so give your children the opportunities of first time. You know they're inexperienced. They're just growing. have it in mind. Oh my gosh, as this child grows, let me give this child things to practice with. Your child is not practicing anything. Your child, you see some people on, back then, while I was young, whenever my mother sees anyone, but when she saw anyone on the TV, she would, can't you see? My relatives would say the same thing. But that was because they did not know back then. Oh my gosh, I need to block, successfully blocked. You need to make sure you're pushing your kids to do all those things instead of just telling them to do those things automatically. Okay? Secondly, your children develop low confidence due to negative criticism and results built on past experiences. They've talked on stage before, but it wasn't a good experience. People laughed at them. When they got home, you started laughing at them as well. Everyone was laughing at them. Now tell me, the first time I did it, I failed. Even as an adult, I failed. Everyone mocked me. Everyone dragged me. People started calling me names that, would I want to, if I have not built that thing that tells me no matter what happens, I'm going to move on. Would you want to continue? Would you want to do that again? No, you would not want to try the same thing over and over again. So negative criticism and result from past experience usually draw children back from trying again because they always remember, oh, it happened to me. Oh, that thing. Oh, I don't want to experience the same thing again. Third, fear of making mistakes. People generally, especially children, they do not want to make the mistakes. What if I now? So the fear of making mistakes actually makes you make mistakes. That is it. When you have the fear of, I don't want to make mistakes. I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be prim, proper. Nothing, no mistake. Because as a person, you are not perfect. You do not have the quality of perfection. So when you are about to, I don't want to make mistakes. Have I made mistakes there? Even if you did not make the mistake, you would think that you've made the mistakes already. So fear of making mistakes is another reason why many children have low confidence. Fourth, lack of self-expression. Yes, they have the confidence, they have what to say, they have how to act, they know what to do, but they lack the words to showcase that thing. Because communication is one of the integral aspects of confidence. It is one of the ways with which you show that you are confident, that you know what you're doing, the way you communicate with people, the way you talk about the things that are primary to you, the way you involve yourselves in the society, talk about topics as a child. Most children usually lack that expression. They lack what to say. They lack the vocabulary. They lack the language proficiency. They do not know how to put it. So it is uneasy. So instead of them to just say anything, what do? They keep mute to be on the safe side. And that is the reason they become an individual that is low confident. Now, the first one is inexperience and novelty. The second is negative criticism and results built on past experiences. Third, fear of making mistakes. And fourth, lack of self-expression. Now that we know the whys, we know the reasons children usually have low confidence. Okay, now I want you all to guess for me. Oh my gosh, my slide isn't here. I want you all to guess for me. Since we already know the problems, guess what should follow? Since we already know the problems, when you know the problems, when you know the reasons you're not getting somewhere, what should follow? What should happen? I want ideas in the chat box. I want you to tell me, Telegram people, Facebook people. Since we now know the problems, the actual issues, what should follow? We know the problems now. What should follow? Yes, I know solutions, but what should we do with the problems? What should we do with the problems? Yes, you're getting it. Gloria, you're getting it, but you haven't said that thing that I actually want. Yes, solutions, but solutions in what way? How to solve the problems? Yeah, still how to build no. The solution is inside the problem. You just change the problem to the solution. From the problem is black. You now need to look for white. That is it. Your child is inexperienced. Your child is not good with regard to public speaking and confidence building because the child is inexperienced. What would happen? You need to now make the child experienced. Negative criticism and result built on past experience. You now need to have positive reinforcement. Fear of making mistakes. You now need to tell the child that it is okay to make mistakes. Lack of self-expression. You now need to build the child's language skills. That's it. You turn the problems to solutions. You simply change the problems to solutions. That is it. Now let me ask you, before we get started with the solutions one by one, I want to ask you a big question. Sometimes you can, this question may be the only thing you take home. This question may be the only thing that sticks in your brain. It's okay if this question is the only thing you get from the whole class. So I want you all to listen to the question. Listen to the question. Listen to the question. Let's go. Let me ask you a question. If you have 4 wives, you have 4 wives, and the 4 wives gave birth to 10 children each, making how many? 40 children. And those 40 children gave birth to a lot of children. They have about 800 grandchildren. Now, as a grandpa, let's say you have stage fright. Yes, you have stage fright. But you're a grandpa and you have stage fright. You don't like talking to people. You do not have the required confidence. So let me ask you the question. Will you be shy? You know, we now have about 1,000 plus people watching you. And it's now time for a family meeting. You have 4 wives, 40 children, 800 grandchildren. As a grandpa, when it's time for you to talk to them in that family meeting, will you be shy to talk to all of them during the family gathering? Will you be shy despite the fact that you have stage fright? So just type not shy if you're not going to be shy, and shy if you are going to be shy. You are a grandpa, you have 4 wives, 40 children, 800 grandchildren, and you have stage fright. You battle with stage fright. You have that problem of facing people. Will you be shy to talk to your family members, 40 children, 800 grandchildren? Will you be shy to talk to them during the family gathering? Angel Afolari, not at all. Oseni, not at all. Abdukarim Zakaria, my brother, not shy. Olabisi, not at all. Dixon, not at all. That's the answer, because they are your people. So that is why when people come to me and say, Tutor Abdul Baki, my child, whenever we are at home, my child is a chatterbox. My child talks a lot. My child wants everybody. My child mixes with everybody inside our homes. My child can talk from today till tomorrow. But when we step out, it's a different ball game. My child becomes, hey, shy. You now start to force the child. What is your name? Say your name. Just talk. Say your name. It becomes uneasy. So I now ask the parents this kind of question. Let's imagine you as the mama, if you're battling with stage fright and you have your family members in their thousands, would you be afraid to talk to them? No, that's the same thing. That teaches you that stage fright, low confidence, all those things, overconsciousness, all those things are the things of the mind. They are the things of the mind. The major reason you fear is due to limiting thought and fixed mindsets. It's because it's inside your mind. Just because you have the change in the number of people, you have the change in the faces of people, your mind is processing another thing. You start thinking, oh my gosh, they are watching me. Oh, what would they say? What opinion do they have about me? That's the same thing that happens to your child. It is inside the mind. You now need to reprogram their minds to thinking that these people are not your enemies. These people are not waiting for you to fail. These people are not going to do any harm to you. Just speak. They're just like us, your family members. So what do you now do? Since you now know the reasons, you know the factors, you've gotten the big confidence question that I ask you, you now need to leverage those things. You can now see that the things that are happening to your child, to your kids, they are normal things that happen to you adults as well. You only need to bring yourself down to their levels and think like them. If you want to teach a child, you need to start acting like a child. If you see me in classes, sometimes you start thinking to yourself, the back, what is all this? You are 27. You're not 7. Teacher Abdul Baki, what is you? I start dancing, I start singing for them because I want them to get it. They now see me as someone that is familiar. But, oh yeah, read it. Read it. I am not going to beat you if you read it. Sorry. I am not going to beat you if you read it. You are doing this. You are saying, I'm not going to beat you if you read it. And you expect the child to read. At that time, the child is going to be tensed. The child is not going to be able to think about anything. But when the same child gets to school, the teacher is playing. The teacher is jumping with them. You have to relax and bring yourself back to the child, okay? You act like a child. You think like them. What is this child thinking about? What is the mind of this child processing? And so on and so forth. So now let's talk. How do we build unshakable confidence in our kids? That is the meat of today. So I think we're all tired at this point. So we need to refresh ourselves by typing confidence, confidence, confidence in the chat box. Telegram people, Facebook people, type confidence, confidence, confidence. That's why we're here. How to raise children that are confident. We already identified the problems. The reasons are normal. Not just your child. It happens to you as an adult too. You just have high expectations. You have to be intentional about it. I want to put you through the intentionality aspect. If you want to be involved in the nurturing of your child, in raising kids that are confident, kids that are outspoken, kids that would always speak their minds in situations that warrant it, you have to work for it most times. Not all children have the luxury of getting parents that give them the podiums, the opportunities to speak. For example, the children of religious leaders, children of imams, children of pastors, they grew inside public speaking. When the imams, the pastors, when they're not available, they're going to ask their children to represent them. The children, how many of you are children of imams and pastors there? For pastors, I went to a Christian school for my primary education, so I'm really, really acquainted with things concerning Christianity. My school owner is one of the most active members in church. So most of the things, choir, everything with regard to choir members, the child would be there. The child would be in the welfareism department. The child is going to be in the podium department, all the departments. The same thing for imams, khutbah, the child would be there. Madrasa, I'm not going to be available today. I want you to teach your mates. I want you to teach your juniors. So these things build confidence inside that child automatically, naturally. But not all children have this luxury. For example, my parents, my mother is a businesswoman. inside the shop from morning till night. That was the kind of life that and it's really, really has a profound effect when I started my business. But I need to still go to learn, oh my gosh, confidence. Oh, effective communication skills. Oh, language use. Oh, language teaching, because I did not get groomed in that kind of environment. So if you are the same kind of parent, you do not have the opportunity, you do not have the chance, you're not a pastor, you're a civil servant, for example, most of the time, your child is inside the school or they're at home alone. They do not have the opportunity, they do not have the chances to act, to do public speaking, to present, to teach people. This is why I want this. You're the reason I am here tonight. I want to tell you how you can build unshakable confidence in your kids right from their childhood. You do not need to wait. I told you the other time that the young shy mostly become the old shy. If you're shy while being, that's how you grow into it, and it now becomes difficult for you to say goodbye to it. So now let's get started. Yes, Jehovah Witnesses, you see them going to places, you see them going to people, asking people to join the religion. So those things, it's nurturing. No matter what, that kind of child would be able to negotiate. That kind of child would move into any environment. Hey, I want to say this. I am not convenient with all the things that you've been discussing. So Jehovah Witnesses, children of pastors. Some people also have programs for their kids, but not all parents have this luxury. So that is why we are here, and let's get into it because our time is fast spent. I do not want this to exceed 1 hour, 30 minutes. So you can ask your questions and we say goodbye thereafter. Create experiences for them. They have low confidence because they do not have the experience. Oh yeah, create the experience for them. Yes, build experiences for them. How do you go about that? Do things around you. Let them make videos. If you're a business owner and you have a business, start asking them to market for you. Start taking them to places where they groom their public speaking. When they go to places and you want to ask questions, you can ask them to ask questions on your behalf. When you are your child, for some people, when the child goes somewhere, they follow the child somewhere and you ask the child, what is your name? The mother would say, Abdubasiti. Mama, we're not talking to you. The name of your school. That is the school. No, that way you're restricting the child from getting the required experience. Allow the child to get experience. Allow the child to gain experiences. Okay, let the child go through a lot of things that would groom them. Public speaking, go to their school and tell, my child, please, what programs do you have in this school? Press, because automatically the child may want to, I am not confident. Let me move back. Tell the school owner, this is one of the reasons I brought it. Let my child join the literary and debating society. Make sure and work with them. How was it today? How did it go? Now practice with me. When you come back, make it part of the things you do daily. Just as you ask them, have you eaten? Also ask them, have you practiced your speech today? Now, I want you to practice. I want you to write a debate for me. This is the topic. Something may just happen. You ask your child, read the news and write this about it. Now present right in front of me for 5 minutes. Let the child, imagine the child doing that every week. That is, how many weeks do we have in a year? 64. 64 times in a year. So it is by starting. You start right from the beginning. It's by starting. When you start, you now start seeing the results. You start seeing the challenges. Oh, despite the fact that we're doing this. Oh, the last presentation, when I asked him to present, my name is Lola De. I am in primary 2. No, that does not sound confident. That does not sound impressive. So you now need to give the child samples. No, do not say, my name is, you do not need to drag your words. Say, my name is Lola De. I am from, again, my name is Lola De. I am, no. Don't move your heads. When you move your head, you're showing that you're singing or dancing. This is not, you're not dancing. You make your head straight. Please, just do this. Do this. Again, my name is, don't drag it. My name is, my name is, good. Tomorrow, let's practice again. Just that, the child would outgrow my names and the child would start saying, my name is Lolade and I am from Amazing Nursery and Primary School. Today, I want to talk about an interesting topic concerning cancer. Cancer is, and you start, oh my gosh, is it not the same kid? So it is nurturing. It is intentionality. It is being involved. It is being practical with the growth, not just expecting things to happen all of a sudden. Secondly, sharpen the language skills. The children lack confidence due to the lack of self-expression. Now, sharpen the language skills. When we're talking about speaking, for example, in order to showcase confidence, we have 3 factors. We have the nonverbal cues, we have the voicing, we have the content. The nonverbal cues, everything that happens in your public speaking minus what comes out from your mouth. How the child moves their hands. A lot of children, at first, then you groom them. Every part of your body needs to be involved in your speeches. Every part of your body needs to be involved in the communication. So if you say, no matter how great your content is, if you know what you want to say and it still looks rehearsed, it looks memorized, people are not going to go ahead. So as the child is practicing the content, you also need to tell the child to groom the voicing. When you're talking about something serious, you do not say, hi everyone, today I want to talk about cancer. I want to talk about rape. I want to talk about drug abuse. No, those are serious topics. You tell them that their facial expressions, the use of their hands, the way they voice their words, everything must be in tandem with what they are saying. They need to ask themselves, what am I about to say? What action is required in order to say this thing? They can just start with, oh, you want to talk about abuse. You can ask them to draw. So all these things are not in isolation. Most of the time when we talk, people are like, oh, I just want him to focus on maths for now. I want him to focus on maths. It is confidence that you used to ask mass question, that you used to answer and respond to mass question. So all these things are not in isolation. A lot of parents want to take them, oh, let me take maths first, then let's take home economics. I see that it is in social study that is lagging behind. Let's take social study first. No. All these things go hand in hand. They go together. They have a meeting point. For example, when I was studying linguistics, I was studying with the intent of packing my certificate and going to a big TV station like Channels TV, Arise TV, and start broadcasting for them. I just want to sit somewhere like, how many of you know Mo Abudu, Zainab Balogun, Gbajumo Sheredoyin, Kukoi? I just want to be like those people, sit somewhere and take camera, 3, 2, 1. I said, hi everyone, you're welcome to another amazing and fantastic episode of my show. My name is Abdelbaki Hassan. That's what I wanted to do right from the beginning. But when I finished school, I decided to try my hands on online teaching. And my first class was super successful. That was why I started. And in order to scale, I was told, you're not making videos. You need to start making videos. You're not writing posts on Facebook and you don't have an Instagram account. That's where people are. You need to have Instagram account. This kind of phone that you're using. So back then, I now had to change myself to start learning the things, content creation, confidence building, branding, choosing the branding colors, a lot of things brought together. So in order to make a total child, a child that is well-rounded, it's not just about one thing. It's about a lot of things brought together. The confidence is required. Even if the child knows the answer to the question, if the child isn't confident, the child may go for another question. Let me just go for, am I sure? Because that uncertainty is already inside them. So you sharpen the language skills, the nonverbal cues, the voicing, their content. What do you say in order to attract people to watch whatever you want to say? Instead of you to go the way other children do. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about farmers are better than doctors. First of all, let us start by defining the core term. Farmers are the people that go to the farm, while doctors are. Why not ask your child instead? Start with a story that captivates everybody, and then link that story into what you want to say. For example, everything that I am saying here tonight, nothing was Googled. I know the things that I need to teach. I had to go back to learn how to teach online. It's different from physical. How to teach online in order to grab the attention of people from beginning to the end. What do you need to do? How do you need to capture their attention? What do you need to enforce in order to make sure everyone is listening? The pitch, the voice pitching, it's a lot of things. So it is not just one thing. It's a combination of a lot of things. Third, do not dwell on the mistakes of the children. We already mentioned that. Do not negatively criticize them. I am not asking you when the child does something wrong, don't say, no, you know, the back said we should not, grandma, the boy knocked you on the head. And I don't want to criticize, so just knock on the head. Grandma, manage it. Manage the knock. Grandma, just manage it. Just slap you. Grandma, there is nothing we can do. The truth of the back already told us not to. Truth of the back already told us not to criticize them. No, that's not what I'm saying. And I'm not also asking you not to compare them. Some people are like, comparison is the thief of progress. Do not let them compete. There is nothing like a first position, second position. Do not give them competition. It reduces their low self-esteem. No. In my school, I always ask them to compete. Spelling bee, competition, debating. They come to Zoom. I even give them prizes. I weigh bill to them. I send the prizes to them, physical gifts to them. I want them to compete because all these things are part of life. All these things are part of our everyday lives. Every day we compete. Every day we're striving to be the best version of ourselves. Every day we see people up there that we want to become. So when you create the idea of no competition inside the child, and the child now gets into environment where they have to compete, it becomes a problem for the child. So you have to groom them with competition, okay? But what I want you to do is not, I want you to criticize them positively by giving them excellent feedback thereafter. By excellent feedback, when a child does something and, the child just submits something to you, for example, and it's not so good. The drawing is bad, for instance. Not just say this is bad, because the child, despite the fact that it's not good to you, the child worked in order to give you what you have. The child worked in order to make that submission, that essay writing that you say is shabby content. The child really, really worked hard to bring those words together. So you have to tell them, you tried. Manageable, but you can do well. Then you now give your feedback. And by feedback, you tell the child the exact thing to do. Don't just say, why are you now talking like this? Some people know what is wrong, but they do not know the exact things that are wrong. Tell the child, tell the kid, tell the student, tell the world, when you were talking the other day, you were rushing. My name is Abdubakar. You have to calm down, because when you speak, it is just as though people are following you. People do not know the way. You're leading them forward. You're leading them to some place. They do not know the place. You are the person who knows the place. They're following you. They're following you. They're following you. When you are too fast, at a point in time, you go to T junction, they go to R junction, and they miss their way. They're not able to go ahead with you anymore because your speed is too fast for them. So my child, are you getting it? And when you are too slow, the journey is going to be boring to them. They would not want to follow you anymore. Snail. So what do you need to do, my child? You need to maintain moderation. You should not be too fast. You should not be too slow in your speech. Hey, public speaking, when I'm speaking to people, it's as though they're following me. Once you tell the child that, the child, let me go little, so people can understand me. Tell them the reasons. Let them know. Strike similitude. Tell them stories. Create lessons. That's where we're going. Create lessons that would enable them to get things done. Now, I also want you to help them with visioning. What is visioning? Visioning is to help them see the future. Many children cannot even try it. They cannot try the public speaking thing because they cannot see themselves in it. They cannot see themselves doing all those things. They cannot see themselves talking to a lot of people. So you need to help them with visioning by helping them look beyond the present into the future. Because people attract by doing. If you want to become an expert when it comes to any field, start acting like that thing. Start acting, doing that thing, even before you become that thing. A lot of people will start calling you, this person, doctor, you must be a doctor because you're talking like one. You're behaving like them. You must be a comedian. You must be a skit maker. You must be a content creator. You start attracting by doing. Your child starts attracting by doing. And before you know it, they're there. You start asking yourself, how did the child go from level 1 to level 100? By that attraction, the law of attraction, and the belief that Rome was not built in a day. So before we move on, I want us to perform a visualization exercise. I want us all to perform a visualization exercise. It is an amazing exercise. So I want you to go with me. You have to close your eyes. Aside from my class captains, I want the rest to close their eyes. You have to close your eyes. Are your eyes closed? Okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, okay? Breathe in. I want you to close your eyes. You're still looking at me. Ego Grace, close your eyes. Sholawa, Adeshola, close your eyes. Close your eyes, okay? I want you to breathe in and breathe out. Oseni, Oseni, Oseni. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out while closing your eyes. Your eyes closed. Proposer. Why are you proposer? Oh yeah, your eyes closed. Your eyes closed. You've already breathed out, right? Now imagine that you're no more inside your room. You're already inside your room, right? Or you're inside a bus or you're inside a plane, no matter where you are. I want you to get out of that place now. I want you to get out of your compound. I want you to get out of your gate, inside your mind. Inside your mind, inside your mind. I want you to get out inside your mouth. Now start flying. Start flying inside your mind. Start flying. Then fly into a hall full of thousands of people. Yes, you're now there in front of them. You're now called to talk to them and you're now exciting them. All of them are giving you rounds of applause. All of them are getting so engrossed with what you're saying. They are getting fantasized. They're getting excited. They're getting exhilarated. They're getting so impressed. They're clapping for you right away. You're becoming successful. That's number one. Public speech actually made you go to TEDx. They invited you to TEDx. You've won awards. You are now an amazing person just because of that number one speech that you decided to go for. Just because of that impression that you decide to create. Now close your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes and tell me what you feel in the chat box. What was the feeling like? What was the traveling like? What was the experience like? Tell me in the chat box. I'm waiting. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Because I know some people joined us while they're. What was the experience like? Exhilarating, emotional, interesting, Latifa. Felt so good, Dixon. So cool, Jamila. Alpha, amazing. Oyende, feels so great. Sarah, it's a wonderful experience. I felt good, very interesting. Sophia, feeling like a superstar. Victoria, that's the same thing, the same visualization exercise I want you to go with concerning your children. They can't see themselves there yet. You now need to help them with exercises like this in order to put them there, to make them come there. Exciting. Exciting. Good. Wow. Overwhelming, but feel great. Good. Like a superstar. Awesome. Awesome. So also, when you're creating lessons for them, you create those lessons with the intention of instilling confidence in them. You instill confidence in them through the lessons that you create for them. When you're creating those lessons, ask yourself how you nearly slept. If you're don't sleep. How can you change that factor? How can you make that A become blessing? How can you embed confidence into the activities that they do daily? Those are the things that you ask yourself. And some people tell me, my child is still 3 years old. My child is still 4 years old. My child is still 2 years old. That is not a problem. That thing that the child is being taught, that thing that you teach the child in school, that the child's textbook, you can still embed confidence into that thing. For example, this is a poem, for instance, that I changed to a confidence-themed poem. So after after listening to me, I always ask my people to rate my voice, my song, my singing. So over 10. So rate as I sing. Just rate in the chat box. So listen. I want you to listen to the message. That's the essence. I want you to listen to the message that the poem is passing. Instead of twinkle, twinkle, little star. Those are also amazing. The child is getting vocabulary. But why not embed those things that you want in your children? You want confidence. You can bring confidence into the poem. You want marketing. I once taught kids marketing through the use of poem. Jolly class. I changed a whole poem to a marketing poem. The same thing can be done with regard to confidence. Oh, look what I've done. Oh, I spot my toy. I had an accident, can you see? I had an accident, please help me. So it's going to be in form of a drama. You can have your child singing part 1 while you sing part 2. The teacher can also have herself singing part 2 while the child sings part 1. You can also reverse the role playing. So the child is learning how to act, because acting is one of the core ways of showcasing confidence. Acting is one of the core ways. You have to act. Sometimes, for example, if you want to talk about something, in order to make your speech interesting, you have to change your voicing. You do not say, so I went to the market woman and the market woman told me, how are you? No, market women do not speak that way. Market women will say, my child, how are you? How are you doing? How is everything? Hope everything is fine. Oh my God. Irony. Now you're feeling entertained because I am now acting like the market woman. So confidence has the element of acting. It has the element of pretense. You need to be able to wear many hats. So when you now go to the manager, so I want Yanni. You are Tani. I've broken my chair. So you have to be able to switch and swerve roles on your journey to confidence mastery. So for this poem, you say, oh, look what I've done. Oh, I spoiled my toy. I had an accident, can you see? I had an accident, please help me. They may tear something, you may have your toys. They may spoil anything, maybe nylon, you can use anything to act, while the teacher says, accidents happen, it's okay. Accidents happen every day. Pick yourself up and try again. See if things get better then. Oh, look what I've done. Oh, I spoiled my toy. I had an accident, can you see? I had an accident, please help me. Then the other person would say, accidents happen, it's okay. Accidents happen every day. Pick yourself up and try again. See if things get better then. So they are acting, they are playing, but they still remember, okay, look what I've done. I spoiled my toy. I had an accident. Can you see? I had an accident. Please help me. Accidents happen. It's okay. Accidents happen every day. Pick yourself up. Try again. See if things get better then. That's it. That is the point. Teaching your kids how to become confident. The fact that mistakes are normal. The fact that they can have accidents. Things can happen unprecedented. They should pick themselves up and keep striving, keep doing. So they can ask that in the class of the nursery 1 class, nursery 2 class. So it is not about my child is still too young, my child is 3 years old, my child is 2 years. From the things that you're teaching that child at that level, this is a phone, this is a power bank, this is an apple, you can also put confidence in that thing. So now that is all with regard to the class. If you have questions for me, okay, before I even go to the question part, let me ask you, have I fulfilled my promises? I told you I want to teach you why it is important for kids to be confident. I promised you to teach why children have low confidence. I want to tell you why the school methods may not work for your kids and why the popular methods do not work. Have I done what I promised? How to practically build confidence in your kids. Have I taught you that? And how, okay, now the last one, but let's keep the last one till the end. But before I go, this one would, your answer to this question would determine if I should tell you the last one, how to get started with, if you want me to get started with your kids. So I want you to know if I've fulfilled my promises or you felt everything was hype. I was watching your video about the class. At the end, I did not get what I want. You this Instagram and Facebook people, you hype everything. I did not get any value. This is so I want you to help me confirm. Did I fulfill my promise? So if I did not fulfill my promise, I have to apologize to my promoters, Veronica's daughter, Mama Mewaloka, Alhaji Amzat Oriyomi. Please, I'm sorry. But if I actually did well, let me know. You did more than you promised. Sharifat, thanks for coming. Grace, thanks for coming. You did so well. Ayoniyi, Kujirat, Olaniyi. Let me check Telegram. My Telegram people. Just type, okay. You really did well. Oh. That is amazing. Oh, that is amazing. Okay. Now, I want to tell you how you can get started with us at Online Kiddie School. I have a school for children where I train them. My teammates and we train them in order to make sure that they boost their confidence, to improve their communication skills and enhance their communicative competence. Okay. Now, so are you interested in an online training school that helps the children boost their confidence? Do you want an expert like me to help you create confidence-themed lessons for your children and also monitor their growth? Do you want the display of excellent communication skills to be a culture in your home? In summary, do you want me, Tutor Abdul Baki, to work directly with your kids? Some people are like, oh my gosh, I don't have the time. Oh my gosh, these things that you're saying, I have to create poems, I have to embed lessons, I have to make them practice. I cannot do it alone. I want your support, Teacher Abdul Baki. I want my children to also practice presentation. I want them to do well with regard to effective communication skills. Do you want this? Yes, I want. Yes. I want us to work together. I want to be able to ask questions concerning what I'm doing well or what I'm not doing right. Let me know. Okay, really interesting. So here I am introducing you to my online kiddie school for effective communication skills. It is a school that is subscription-based, a transformational subscription-based school for children between 4 and 17. And we teach a lot of subjects. At a point in time, we were only teaching 5 subjects. This was how we started. We started in 2021, September 2021. We're going to be 3 this year. Yes, 3 this year. In September 10, that was when we started. A parent wanted someone to teach his kids. The kids were actually groomed in a homeschooling family. In that family, when you're going to school, you get groomed. Before you go to secondary school, the whole of your nursery and primary school, everything has to be done inside the house. So they felt the children have a lot of gaps back then. They had a lot of gaps to fill with regard to their communication skills and English proficiency. So he was talking about it in a mosque, and someone told, don't you know Abdulbaki online? Call Abdulbaki Hassan. You're going to book sessions for your children, and that's how we started online kiddie school. 3 children. So I started with them. Within 2-3 months, the dad came to me, Abdulbaki, what did you do to my kids? These kids are now taking first positions in English. These kids that took 15th, 23rd position before, the children are now taking first, second, third position. What do you do differently, Abdulbaki? Tell me, cut. So I groomed those kids. They became really, really good, and more kids started to join. And today we have more than 100 kids in the school. So when we started back then, we're doing like 4 to 5 communication subjects. But now we're doing public speaking, presentation mastery. We have a reading club. The kids print books, and once they print the books, we ask them questions. We help them group their reading fluency. They do interview techniques. They do marketing skills. They do life skills. They do confidence building, diction, elocution, and articulation. Not really accents, because we have children from different parts of the world. America, the USA, Canada, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Italy, a lot of countries. So it wasn't easy. It's not practical for us to unite them on one accent. Nigerians are there, Saudi Arabians, Italians. So we decided to teach them diction instead, being able to pronounce the words correctly in a way that everyone across the world would understand what they are saying. Elocution, articulation, vocabulary development, global curriculum, composure, steez. We teach them steez. How to not say, my name is Abdulbaki. You sit down. We tell them how to do all these things. Acting and drama, we do this. Creative writing, we teach them how to write creatively, different kinds of stories. We teach them error-free communication, how to communicate without errors. English proficiency, literacy upgrade and phonics. We teach them language games, arts and craft, personal development, and active listening. These are the things that we teach in the school, and it is subscription based. You can decide to pay for 4 months, you can decide to pay for 6 months, you can decide to pay for 12 months. It's a continuous, regular, ongoing school. It is the deeper you want your kids to go, the longer you pay and subscribe for them. So we have a lot of kids. We've got amazing results. I wish my slide was here so I could show you my kids, the pictures, the reviews. It's a lot. So we have a flexible schedule. Our schedule is flexible. Saturdays and Sundays, the kids come for Zoom class from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And Mondays and Wednesdays, they submit task. That Monday and Wednesday, they can submit the task anytime they want to do so. Anytime throughout Mondays and Thursdays. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we give them personalized feedback. We give them feedback. This is what you need to do correctly. They submit videos. They submit audios, they submit writing. You write with your hand on a sheet of paper. You take the picture of the writing and send that writing to the WhatsApp group. So we do everything. They do presentation. We ask them to make the video. We write the script for them. We groom them in order to make sure that they are doing well. So content-based and result-oriented subjects, and a lot. So the class is 15,000 naira for 1 month for one child. And the most interesting thing is that at Flying Colors Online Kiddie School, the more your children, the lesser you pay. The longer your subscription, the lesser you pay as well. And the most interesting thing is the fact that we have holiday bonus now. We have, instead of you to pay 15,000 naira, you pay 12,000 naira. Not 15,000 naira. Instead of you to pay before, if you want your child to be in our school for 6 months, you're going to pay 60,000 naira for one kid. But now you can pay 48,000 naira. So you have discount. It's discounted for this holiday. And the discount deadline is July 26. After July 26, you can still register. The school is always open, but you cannot pay that fee anymore. You have to pay the original fees. Okay. So our account details, I'm going to put the details in the caption of this post so you can read more about the school and make your decisions. The discounts end on July 26. After July 26, you pay the normal fees. So that is all. If you have questions, hey, I have gifts for those of you who stayed with me till the end. I almost forgot. Oh, I have gifts for you. I have gifts for you. Is my personal assistant there? If you're there, aim. Please type in the chat box. I have gift for you for those of you who stay with me to the end. And the gift is worth 750,000 naira. Okay, I don't want to talk about the gift here because a lot of people, when you give gifts to some people, they would go, I'm sorry. It was because I came late. It was because I did not come early. I'm sorry. The mother of the grandmother that gave birth to my cousin swallowed laptop. Please, Suto, you know you're a nice person. So I don't even want them to know about the gift, not to talk of begging me. So I am not going to talk about the gift here on the broadcast. I am going to aim here. Where is my personal assistant? Abdullah, are you here? Okay, I'm here. Oh, my friend is not here. Okay, your free gift. I can actually copy the link. I created a Telegram channel. So what you're going to do is you enter the Telegram channel, you're going to meet the gift there. I'm not going to talk about what is there, what it is all about. Just go there, follow the instruction. The gifts also, the gifts have deadlines. If you do not grab the gift before the deadline inside the Telegram channel, that is all. So once it's time for the deadline, I'm going to close that Telegram group. I created that Telegram group just because of this gift. So when you get there, you click on the link. I want to give you the link right away. So if you have questions, please ask your question as I get the link. Kindly ask your questions as I get the link. Ask your questions if you have questions. Okay, I already sent to the people on Telegram. So you see the gift there and you take action. Your gift is there on Telegram. You take action. So if you miss the gift, that is all. Okay, let me share with my people on Facebook as well. Zejuvia, don't worry. Instead of the discount, I have a gift for you that would help you get more discount. So just click on the link on the live session. I want to use my other phone to send it to my live. So you can grab the opportunity. No story. No, I want to call you first of all. Just take your action. If you want to read more about it, go to the, okay. If you want to read more about the school, go to our website. Go to our website, flyingcolors.ng/online kiddies class. flyingcolors.ng/online kiddies class. After registration, favor, you do not need any other thing. We provide everything for the kids. We provide aside from the writing materials that the kids need to use when they come to the class. So the school is for children between 4 and 17. It does not mean all of them are going to be in the same class. Okay? We have 4 classes in the school. The group is full. It's a Telegram group. How is it full? Let me check. It's a Telegram group, so I do not think so. All right, please ask your questions. Add members. Did I restrict the number? No. It says the group is full. Aim, please check what may be happening. We're going to fix that after this session. I want to answer your question. If you have questions about the session, if you have questions about the school, just ask. I will be here to answer your question. So once you enter the class, once you enter the Telegram group, you're going to get access to the gift. It's already pinned. The pinned post. Do you have? Yes, nothing is there yet. Something is there. Click on the link. Okay, the group is open. Awesome. Thank you, Abdullah, my personal person. Abdullah, pin the post, pin that gift post, so when they get to the group, they can immediately get access to the Okay, done. All right, it's open now. I just got it. My son is 3. No, your child is not qualified. We want kids between 4 and 17. My kids are in boarding school. Is there options? We have a holiday challenge. Yeah, I forgot to talk about that. We have a holiday challenge for this long holiday. So if your child is in a boarding house, once the child comes back, between August 2nd and September 2nd, we're going to start the holiday challenge. August 2nd till September 2nd. So during the holiday, we usually immerse them in more communication activities because they now have more time. They are at home. They are free. So we immerse them in a lot of activities during that period. And this summer is usually the hottest because a lot of countries would join us. A lot of children from different parts of the world would join us. The holiday usually falls the same time. So we have a holiday challenge inside the online kiddie school. So if your child is a boarder, do not worry. Enroll them now. Once it's time for the holiday challenge, they can join us. You can't hear me again on Telegram? Okay, I'm back to Telegram. So if you're interested in the gift, you have to take your decision fast. We have only 100 slots. Once they exhaust it, that's all. So you can buy as many as possible. I don't want to talk about, no, just read the details. I already sent the details to the group. I don't want to talk about, to top the Baki, do it for me. It was because of this that I missed it. No, I want the gift to only be for the people who, as promised. Yeah. So if you don't even know what it is all about, you won't be begging in the first place. So that is why I don't want to talk about it in detail here. Yes, Mama Karima, if you feel that your child is 3 years old and the child can do all the activities, no problem then. The child can join us. What they do in the class for children between 4 and 5, they do presentation, poems, we write for them, they present, they act, fun activities fit for nursery classes. So if you feel your child, there's some people whose kids are in middle class, the older kids are in middle class, and they send me presentation of the 3-year-old kids doing the same thing that they're doing in middle class. So some children just are talented. Can I buy? Yes, you can. You can buy in advance. We went for a birthday party. I can't see. I'm trying to read the comment. The comment is a bit long. They were in a dance competition with other children. My second child made it to the last lap and was the second in the competition. Immediately, she was removed for the winner to be announced, and people are already taking action. I am already getting alerted. Good. Why would she be removed? That she did her best. I hugged her, reminded her of how the comment isn't complete. Okay, but she wasn't happy at all and she kept smooth. What would I have done? Yeah, it's part of what we already discussed. The fact that things happen and things do not always happen the way you want it. You have to teach your child that in order to instill confidence in them. Despite all these things that we've said, it's very, really fun saying all these things here, that they're going to be good, they're going to be this, they're going to be that. It may be their turn. It may be the time for them to act, and they may fail despite their preparations. You always need to be there to tell them that things do not always go as planned in this life. A lot of things. There is a difference between how things should go and how things are. Some people will tell me, Tutu Abdubaki, you ought to be teaching these children their native languages. It is not about, when you teach a child with the native language, the child will get it better. Sorry. I have children from about 15 different countries. How do I start with their native languages, Hausa? Secondly, I understand the role of the child's, I understand the role of native language in a child's upbringing. I have read a lot of research. There's one was even done inside Nigeria here. Children were put in different classes. But what we have in Nigeria is not the usage of our native languages. It is English. Imagine this class. I came to this class and I start speaking Yoruba. People that came from Veronica's daughter would find it difficult to understand me because they are mostly Igbos. If I start speaking Igbo or Arabic, people who came from Alaja Mewalaka would have struggled to get what I was trying to say. So what is obtained, you have to teach them life lessons. What people like now is different from what is obtainable in this life. The way the life should run is different from the way the life actually is. It's one of the essential lessons you need to teach your child. Okay, so I think you need to reinforce the fact that you may think this should be the right thing and the other would happen. No matter what happens, that does not define you. You're not given the prize. You are not given the desired gift. That should not be the end of you. You have other platforms with which you can showcase this talent. Okay? Rafia Titilola, salam. How many times in the week is the class scheduled? 2 times for the physical schedule, the live sessions where the children need to come, Saturdays and Sundays from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. But on Monday, they need to submit their task and get feedback on Tuesday. On Wednesday, they submit their task. They get feedback on Thursday. So the submission of task is open throughout Monday. They don't need to come live anywhere. They're just there. A lot of people are taking these gifts. I don't want it to exceed 100. Don't send me back to village, oh. I don't want it to exceed 100. Joe? My check alert. Want to feel 100 though? You these people, you like a wolf, oh. You don't know it's going to run belly. Ah, so I'm gonna record your link room there. All right. Okay. So that's the end of the class. I think we do not have more questions anymore. It is time for us to say goodbye. So that is all. If you're really, really interested, please take the opportunity. It's a grand opportunity. A lot of people tell me, Tito Abdul Baki, you're not advertising this thing well. My child is getting loads of value. Someone just paid in now. He paid for 6 months. Paid for 6 months, despite the fact that the child has been with us since December last year. We have a parent who has been with us for 2 years. People are really, really enjoying it. They're getting value from the school. And people think, oh, just have the backing, you need to advertise this. Go to Wamza Toriomi, go to Arise TV, go to... This is an amazing school that every child should be. But there is little to what we can do. So as a parent, as a guardian, one of the best gifts that you can give these kids is the gift of online kiddie school. They're coming home for this holiday. We have the holiday challenge. Let them participate. They have tasks almost every day to keep them engaged. On days that they're not having tasks, they're going to have feedback on their tasks, corrections. You talk to them, you chat with them, you make sure that they are getting value, and they can also reach out to our tutors. The tutors are always ready to help them out if they have any issues. So this is not a class you want them to miss at all. It is a subscription-based school. You pay monthly. You can decide to pay 2 times. You can decide to pay for 2 months. You can decide to pay for 4 months, 6 months. It's a subscription-based school. You can keep going, because I believe communication skills, not something you just learn today and go. You need to keep learning, especially as children. They have the time, they have the capacity, they can create that chance in their schedule. That was why we created the school. We created for you, adults. Some of you, you will not come to class. We are not getting results. So I'm not just a teacher. I like it when I see my results. When I say, okay, I am doing this and I'm actually getting the result. They're making videos and they're doing well in the online kiddie school. And that was why we maintained the online kiddie school. Just click on the link pinned to the chats for the gift. Please don't run. I'm going to put down. I have to. What's it for? I want to read. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? It was muted. Do you run classes for adults? Yes, Latifa, we run classes for adults. Just send a message to me on WhatsApp or my DM on Facebook and tell me, I want your packages for adults. I have my kid in your class as well. I should renew our subscription soon. Tajuddin, run to the link. Run to the link. There is something for you there. You might have muted your mic. Okay. What is the holiday discount for 3 children? Priska, click on that link. Priska, you hear from the beginning till the end of the class. I have a gift for you. Do not miss the gift. Is my mic still muted? Can you hear me now? Please type volume if you can hear me. If not, type no volume. Volume, yeah, there is volume. Okay, some of you still can't see it. I want to remove the notifications. You should see it now. Volume, thank you. Does the class have a replay as my kids usually have coding class? Yes, all the sessions, we record all of them. We have Zoom Pro. We record all the sessions, all the classes. There's some kids there. It's the time that they go to madrasa. Some kids, it's the time that they go to their coding classes. They have other classes at that time, 5 to 6. So what their parents do for them is, once it's time for class, they're not in class, but once the recording, immediately after each session, my teachers go to the group and send the link to them. So you get the link to the full recording from A to Z. Okay? So you have the recording. What time is the class? I already said this before. You need to watch the replay. Okay, I think we are good to go. The schedule, I already talked about the schedule, the subject. So if you have any other question about the class, let me know. About our online kiddie school, about me, let me know before we say our final goodbye. It's already 11 p.m. Oseni Mujida, thanks for joining them. So also, for those of you who are in, yes, it's past 11. That reminds me, for those of you who are interested in sponsoring our gift category, we usually give our kids gifts at the end of each holiday challenge. We started the last time and it was awesome. We've got amazing sponsors already. But if you're interested, if you have a business, you're a business owner, you have a service, or you just like what we do, you can decide to gift items. You can decide to gift what you have to the kids. So that during the last time we gave them outfits. Sidio Nicolo on Instagram gave us colos. Betty Scucher gave us dresses, 4 dresses. Rajman gave us 4 kaftans for the kids, the winners of the challenge. So if you're also interested, you can join us. It's already 1 a.m. over there. Okay, let's say goodbye. So say goodbye to me. Say success at your fingertips and let's say goodbye. So I'm going to bring in now the link very soon because a lot of people, we've already exceeded 100. And I don't want you to send me back to Ijebu. So a lot of people are already taking the advantage of the gift. It's possible that I bring it down before the time, 6 a.m. that I wrote there. So I have to... it's maybe before 6 a.m. I didn't know that people are going to grab the gift this way. So if you find out that I already deleted the group, please do not mind taking the advantage anymore. It means it is gone. So success at your fingertips. Thanks for joining me. I can't wait to have your kids at Online Kiddie School. We're also available to train teachers. For those of you who are asking me why I'm not teaching in a physical school, I rather consult for them. I work with school owners. I work with them to create syllabus. I work with them to create curriculums. I work with them to embed phonics, communication skills, public speaking into their syllabuses and curriculum. So that's what I do for now. I'm not teaching with them. I train their teachers. So I work more of partnership and consultancy. All right. So if you are interested in that, you can contact me. My physical training session, it is not 15K of Online Kiddie School. It's about 200 to 300,000 naira, depending on the place and how far you want us to go. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Success at your fingertips. Bye, 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 bye.